So I wanted to switch to the other side of that now of when doing more is actually better, because a lot of it's usually misplaced. Like people will think doing more ice is better, doing more workouts is better, go 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 is always better, and then they neglect the things where actually doing more would be better. And for this stuff, for me, it's about getting into good habits in your daily life when you're not doing anything hockey.
Yeah.
Whether that's recovery stuff or whether that's mental diet or whether that's your actual diet or whatever, this is where more is actually better. So things like getting your kid into good eating habits or valuing good eating habits. And again, like I touched on earlier, this comes down to you having good habits or valuing having a good structure to your day in terms of what you're eating and stuff like that.
Yep.
Going to bed. Like that's something where it's like, if you do more of that, that's actually going to help you. The more of that you do, the better that is for you, you know? And so what I find is a lot of kids, they neglect the things where, and parents too, they're pay no attention to the things that if you do more of that, it will actually help you. And they think if you do more of this stuff, it will help you. You know, they have like the opposite mentality. So I don't know if you want to throw a couple thoughts on that one.
Totally agree. One of the things that I think, I got a couple thoughts here. I might be off track.
It's okay.
One of the things is spend more time. More is more of the people that you hang out with.
Yes.
I think it's huge.
I didn't even write that down.
Dude, I think it's huge.
Of course.
I think it's one of the biggest things that that is going to help you with your future. It's being around people that are there to, not there to make you better, but that by default make you better because
they're
they're
aligned.
Good people.
Yeah.
You have good intentions. They can say, no, that's, they like if at the end of the day, if we say, let's go and piss around here and have a few beers or vape something or whatever, you got that guy pulling you back saying, don't be an idiot, or just the right type of people that think positive, or like we said earlier about the fans. It's like if you're around people that treat people properly and you're around just good people all the time, then your outcomes are going to be a lot better. So I don't think you can ever get enough of that. You know, it's that it's like when you could hear 1,000 yeses, you hear one no, and it'll knock a guy right on their ass.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Who you hang out with is you show me who you hang out with, and I'll tell you the type of person you are, right? So positive people, active people, people that eat, like all those things. I think it's huge. So
Sorry,
you go ahead.
Cut you off for a sec. I didn't even write that down. That was a freaking awesome one. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, you can have an infinite good environment, infinite amount of time in a good environment. More of that will always be a better thing.
Make you strong as steel, man.
It's never going to cost you because you're around good people. So yeah, we had just one quick example yesterday where we were on the ice last night, and between when we have like our 10-minute while the Zamboni's going on, everybody's trying to like wolf down food around dinner time.
Yeah.
Everyone that's in there has their meal prepared, whatever. So a couple of the newer guys that are working here come in. So I got my giant popcorn bowl of a mountain of food. Yeah. And another guy's got his freaking. So it's all the same stuff. It's like protein, veggies, carb, good, clean, made it at home, like that
Everybody
kind of
eats
stuff.
like that,
Everybody eats like that. So the couple guys that are new, it was such an interesting thing because we're sitting there wolfing down a couple bites between the sessions, and one of the newer guys goes, "Man, I gotta get my meal, right? I gotta get my meal prep game
100%.
going." It's like, yeah, that's because you're here.
Yep.
That is because you're in an environment where that is what baseline is when you're here.
If we had a box of donuts, that's what we'd be eating.
Exactly. Seriously. And if not everybody's pulling out their freaking Tupperware of good food, this guy doesn't have the weird one. He doesn't have that thought, right? Like the new guy that comes in here doesn't have that thought. You know, and I was talking to another guy that's been working here for a bit, and he was talking to me a few weeks ago saying like, yeah, like a couple years ago, like I let myself go in a sense for like 6 months and I put on a bunch of weight and whatever. And he's like, I will never do that again, whatever. And I was just like asking him, I was like, just curious, like what were the reasons that happened for you? Yeah. And he was saying one of the big things was environment. Like he's around his buddies, or he works here. He comes in here and sees like every time he comes in here, somebody's in a puddle on the ground because they just did a hard workout. Yeah. Every time he comes in here, somebody's pulling a Tupperware out. Yeah. It's lively in here. We got tunes bumping. It's high energy. It's like, this is where you want to be. Yeah. You know, and if you're somebody who comes into that and you can't help but start to make better decisions because your environment is pulling you into those better decisions, right? Yeah. The more time you can spend in that kind of environment, the better. There's no less is more in that sense.
So just on that note, just being a dad, even probably being a coach, but you can't do this with every player you teach. But so I told you this before, I raised my son by playing catch with him. He got home, we played catch 20 times.
Yeah.
We probably played 10 hours of catch in the last
You're
week.
doing,
Easy.
doing it in here the other day.
Easy.
Yeah.
What do we do when we play catch?
Shoot the shit.
We talk. So if I was to sit down and say, hey, we grab a pizza, whatever, and sit down and say, so how's hockey going? Who got any girls going? What this? He'd be like, As soon as I throw a ball or go play pool with him the other day and we're just being us, he tells me everything. And I don't do it to tell everything, but I'm able to put the shit in his head that he needs to hear. Not need to hear, but that comes out, I guess. So like one of the things we were talking about yesterday is as we were talking, he was just telling me about his season, some of the boys, and we're laughing and and I like that when it hits the pocket like that. Dad, that's sick sound. I love that. I know it's the best. Throw a knuckleball. He goes, knuckleball. Yeah. So everything's loose.
Yeah.
Talking about everything that he wants to talk about. And what we're talking about actually is his dreams.
Yeah.
And when you're around good people, the environment, you're talking about the future. You're talking about where you're going, not where you've been. Well, a little bit about where you've been, but you're not talking about stuff that doesn't matter. So we're talking about his future all day for hours, playing pool, playing catch. One of the things I saw a little, not a disbelief in himself, but there was a one part of his career or of his year this year that he mentioned that he goes, I don't think some of the guys would think I'm that type of player. And I said, okay, so stop. And we're still playing catch. Let's think about this. And I navigate him through. He goes, yeah, you're right, Dad. So I said, okay, don't let anything ever get in your head that you're not able to do that anymore. You're a young kid, blah 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 blah. And that was a productive playing catch. Yeah. But that's what I want for me too. Like I don't want people telling me, yeah, your business, in a couple of years, things are going to change and life's going to suck. No, I want to be with you and all the guys here saying like, okay, I see something going on here. Let's fix this. Let's make this better. You come in here with a pile of energy, said, you know what? I think that we could take it from here to here. I said, that's what I need because I'm 53 years old, man. And I have vision and goals and I want to work. But that new, fresh idea, it's like, oh, okay, new energy, man. This is great.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure, man.
Environment is everything.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm really glad that you brought that up. That was a really good